big-time bands playing the headlining stage at the Wind Creek stage at Music Fest. One of those, the Avett Brothers, Grammy-nominated band that's stemming back from the year 2000. Seth and Scott are part of that. I have Seth Avett here with me right now. Seth, thank you so much for joining me. My first question to you is, I know your area was hit really hard with the flooding. I'm not with Seth?
Yes, no, I can hear you. I got
Okay,
you.
I'm sorry, Seth. I
All
got
good,
something
all
in my
good.
ear there.
All
But you
good.
guys were hit really hard with that Hurricane Helene last year. I know you and your brother and the band were big proponents in trying to raise a lot of money to help that area out. First off, how is your area of North Carolina doing?
Well, it's kind of hit or miss depending on where you are. The worst of it, of course, was in the mountains of North Carolina, and when you're there, that's a couple hours from where we're from where we live. But we spend a lot of time there, and we have a lot of people there, a lot of friends and family there, and yeah, it's kind of hit or miss. Like you can be driving along and seeing parts that weren't touched at all, and then the next moment you're in pure devastation. So it was just such a fundamentally destructive moment for the area. It'll take some time to recover and heal, and then parts of it will never heal in a way, but it's really shown quite a lot of community effort and quite a lot of love among the people in North Carolina. The response was, I mean, I think it was legendary and possibly just as historical as the disaster itself. The efforts to balance and the efforts to help were incredible and continue to be incredible. So it's an ongoing story, but there is a lot of love there and a lot of support there from within and without the state.
Yeah, and Seth, the reason why I wanted to start it off with that question is, I've seen a documentary that Judd Apatow did on you and your brother and your family, and I was just struck just how close your family is. I mean, you guys are not like an Oasis type band where there's fighting from Noel and Liam. You guys are like a connected unit. And one thing you said in that documentary was, when our family is good and I'm here with them, the music just flows. So is that where your music stems from? Is it more happy times, or can you also tap into destructive times like you just talked about?
Well, I think for the creation of art, I think both can be good. Both can be constructive. I don't think that, at least for me, I don't think it's a reasonable position to come from, to being in the more negative side or the darker side, the more self-destructive side, or to live in the shadows. I think is a hard place to come from in terms of productivity, in terms of sustainability. Like, I think, not to overcomplicate the answer, basically to make art, I think that inspiration can come from anywhere, and in that way, the challenges can be fertile ground as well. But I think in order to tour and to be involved and to present music in a healthy way, I think you got to be working on a healthy lifestyle, and that means love, it means connection, and I think family, God willing, if it can be, it's a sort of a built-in positive place to come from.
Yeah, and I love how you said in that documentary that you kind of showed, at least in the beginning, deference to your brother, because he was older, and you're like, he's the older brother, so that's kind of just how it is. Is that still the dynamic, or has that dynamic changed a little bit through the years?
It has changed, but there is something that becomes set up early in the dynamic. I'm sure you have the same thing, and anyone listening has the same thing. We view our parents a certain way because it was established, their power was established early. There's a different but similar thing that happens with an older sibling. Their example, it means a lot when you're little. And while it changes and you become equals in adulthood, there's still going to be a certain deference and reverence, I think, to an older sibling, especially when you got siblings like I do. I have an older sister and an older brother, and both of them are great examples. They're great people. They're deep thinking, deeply feeling, diplomatic, love-filled people. So it's easy to keep that reverence going.
And it shows on stage. I mean, you guys are known for these really energetic performances, and so you and your brother can just really feed off each other, and the band as well. But just having that close connection, I mean, that has to help with your theatrical performance on the stage.
Oh, it does. Yes, because we're not scripted, like all of the, even like the stage banter, like there is no, there's no script. It's all quite immediate and quite in the moment, which was not that method or that direction was in and of itself not a decided upon direction. It's just how it is and how we are, and so we're benefited. The show is benefited. The performances are benefited by our closeness and us having fun. Like if we're having fun, I think that we can offer a better experience for folks that are so kind to spend their time with us on an evening.
I mean, your fall and late summer and into the winter is going to be very busy. You guys are kicking off a pretty extensive tour, and that includes Music Fest Saturday, August 2nd. You guys have played Music Fest before. Just what do you think about playing in Bethlehem, and why did you want to come back again this year and play?
Oh, I mean, it's always such a love fest. I mean, when we're in that area, it's always just so good to us, and it always has been good to us. I mean, we've been touring now for 23 years, 24 years, and really since the beginning, we've been getting to that area or close to it, and we have found a great sort of a kinship with the folks in that area. Which was at first kind of surprising because we were such a regional, like we had such a regional mindset, I guess. So we were surprised to come north and to have so much in common and such an easy point of connection right out of the gate. So I mean, we're coming up there anytime we get invited.
Do you ever have time? Because I know these tours, it's like you're here one day and then you got to pack up. You're there the next day. Do you ever get time to check out the city? I know you've had a partnership with Martin Guitar, which is over in Nazareth, which isn't too far away. Have you been able to tour Martin Guitar? Do you ever get time to check out the area?
I have, and the area only a little bit. It is that is one of the only it's one of the difficult parts of touring is it's hard to get a great feel of the personality of an area or a city that you might get if you were just visiting for a few days or a week or whatever. And we are just kind of in and out. But I have spent some time at the Martin Factory. I've been there a couple of times. It's wonderful, and the area around there is wonderful. And we've had not enough time in the area, but everything that we've experienced there has been incredibly positive.
If you ever have time, the Godfrey Daniels Listening Room, it's celebrating its 50th year this year. They've had some of the biggest folk musicians through the time come through there. It's a great place to check out if you ever have time.
What's it called? The
Godfrey Daniels, yeah. It's right in South Bethlehem. It's literally very close to where you're going to be playing the 2nd, but it is I think you'd really get a kick out of it. It's really cool. So, and you guys have been, touring, like you said, for quite a while. This area, in particular, the Lehigh Valley, it is so rich with great musicians. I'm always blown away, and I get spoiled because I get to talk to them, I get to interview them, I get to listen to them. And one thing they always say to me, or I ask them, is how difficult is it to break through? It just seems like the music business has changed so much from when you and your brother started. And I have, and I'm friendly with a very successful band that kind of started out the same way, where they just started touring all over the place. You just kind of built up like this grassroots following, and then you can hit it big with a record. Now with like 100,000 songs are released on YouTube every single day. What advice do you have to a young musician who's just trying to not to get lost in the mix?
Well, I mean, the first thing that comes to mind, and again, it is kind of a unique journey that we've had, because much like my generation, I'm almost 45 years old. So like, I place myself amongst the generation that is sort of the last that really remembers the pre-internet world, like remembers it in a real way. And our band, like when we first started, the internet was kind of only, it was there for sure, but it wasn't such a tool and such a focal point. I would say to anyone that is trying to break through would be to stop trying to break through immediately, and to dig into what you want to present. And I would say that what worked for Mozart works now and will work 500 years from now, which is what is happening in the room. Like we have this agreed upon reality that like, oh, if it's going through the screen, like that's the new reality, but it really doesn't have to be. And I think that there is sort of a crestfallen, I think there's a sort of a subconscious position of being crestfallen that so much of our what we marvel at comes through a screen. Like when Mozart, he had to go out and tour. He had to tour. He was Mozart, I mean, he had to tour. He couldn't rely on, like there was myth around him and legend. Look at the genius little boy, all that. But he had to tour. He had to go out and play. We had to go out and play. If you want to create something that has meaning and really connects with people and can grow even as a business, I think that you should go to the ongoing truths, the universal truths, which is to wow in a room or to connect in a room. It will always be more meaningful than looking at a computer and thinking, wow, look, what a good song, or what a good guitar player, or what a good singer. That will always pale in comparison to what it's like in a room. So whether that starts in a coffee house, restaurant, bar, which is how we started, offer yourself genuinely and sincerely and put time into your craft. And if it's songwriting, spend that time and take in great songwriting, and don't worry about breaking through. Don't worry about all of the songs that are getting released on YouTube. It's just an image on a computer screen. Like, work on the feeling inside the room in reality.
And again, for people who have not been to an Avett Brothers show, we're going to wrap it up here. Seth, I really appreciate the time. Just what can they expect from you guys Saturday, August 2nd at the Wind Creek main stage?
Well, see, every night is different, so I can't say for sure, but I can guarantee that we will be having a good time no matter what it sounds like, and we will be trying very hard, and we will be present.
Well, hopefully there'll be no rain. I don't know the last time you played, if it rained. It's either super, super hot or it's a downpour during Music Fest, Seth.
Right. Well, look, if we're coming, it's probably going to rain, so bring your umbrellas.
So you will play through the rain?
That's right.
All right. Well, Seth Avett, thank you so much. Again, the Avett Brothers are set to perform at the Wind Creek main stage Saturday, August 2nd at Music Fest. Seth, thank you so much.
My pleasure. See you soon.
All right. Take care.